and today I'll be telling you about electricity. But, yes. So, electricity is power that keeps these lights on and does other things. Like, for example, keep my phone on. And also keeps this smartphone on. And electricity, well, it cannot be created or destroyed. It can just switch. It can just switch its types, and it's been found when Benjamin Franklin was out on a cloudy day and it was a thunderstorm, and he went out with a kite, which I attached a key to it, and he discovered electricity. And then later, Thomas Edison used that electricity to make light with a light bulb. So, its types are hydroelectricity. Like, have you ever seen you've seen a river, and then there's this building next to a river, and then there's this wheel in the river, and it moves as the river pushes the wheel to make electricity. And there's also wind electricity. Have you guys ever seen a windmill?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Well, that's wind electricity powered by wind. There's also electricity when you use a hand crank. Yes. And also when you get also electricity from chemical reactions. Like, have you guys ever used a battery?
Yeah. A lot of times.
Okay. So that's electricity from a chemical reaction. Like, also there can be a burst of energy from matter and antimatter. Like, yes. And so basically, how it works is from using a circuit, which is the battery, and then wires to let's just say a light bulb, and then it goes back to the battery. So, and that is a circuit. But sometimes it can be controlled by a button or switch. So press the button and press again, and you get the picture. And so also sometimes it goes like that is also a circuit. So when this and it also still works. And so if this breaks, then it still will go, because this light is connected to here, which goes around and is still connected to the battery. But so this is also a circuit, but when this breaks, and there is no light, because there's no other way for the electricity to get to the light bulb and then back.
So it's gonna have a direct connection there?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's why scientists use the other type of circuit, or otherwise, it would when this light turns off, then basically everything would work, and when it turns on, everything starts working. And so scientists use the other kind of circuit, and also safety. So one thing, so for example, about safety. So there are lots of safety for electricity. For example, one is to always keep one. Always don't make a humongous mess of cords. Like, do not make it so there's lots of hubs around and it's all connected like one big tangled mess, because that could end wrong. And also there's also do not so when you're like in the bathroom and you're like taking a bath, do not let a cord be in the bathtub full of water, because water can conduct electricity very well. And that so conductors are things that could carry electricity very well. For example, a penny. Have you guys have any pennies?
I have a coin. I want a penny and coins. I have a penny in my desk too.
Yes. So yes, a penny is made of copper, and copper can conduct electricity very well. It's like a wire substitute that works just as good. And if you connected a penny to a battery, and then that's connected to a light bulb. Then that circuit will work. The light bulb would be lit up. But there are things that insulate, which don't conduct electricity well. So things like rubber, wood, and actually other kinds of metal. Not all metal conducts electricity. Concrete. So this is a tree, battery, light bulb, and tree. This light will not be turned on. And also, back to safety. So do not go out this is some important stuff. So for what you safety for one example is to not take a shower if you're thunder and see lightning, because then that ends up really bad, because if the house gets electrified, it goes down through the ground wire and up, and it can shock you because the electricity goes onto the shower head, and like I said, water conducts electricity very well, so you get electrified. And also from Mythbusters, you guys watch that show?
No.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters or
Myth.
Mythbusters.
yes.
So basically they said that also don't be on the phone while if you hear lightning and see thunder. I mean, you know what I mean. So, but I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that is fine having call during a rainstorm because now we don't have those phones that have the phone that when you speak into and then the dial and there's a wire connecting to it. We don't have those anymore, so I'm pretty sure it's fine now. And also, yes. So basically, if you're like on the sink and there's like a cord where your like mom's hair dryer is, then take the cord out of the sink. Do that. And also, if you see a broken cord, you should really tell someone so they can fix it. Tell someone. And also, how to, if you like see a broken circuit, then you could do things. Then you could use some materials of metal to conduct the electricity. So basically, you could make your own circuit if you have the right stuff, wires and things. So. And also, for one thing that Benjamin Franklin learned is do not go on a thunderstorm and fly a kite. Do not do that because he ended up getting shot. Yeah, he still lived though to discover it. So, any questions?
How do you get shocked on a human body?
Well, one thing is that if you see an electric socket, well, also there is static electricity, so you could get shocked by that. So rub your hands. So if you like, rub your hands against your shirt. You're making static electricity, but not enough to shock someone. And when you when you shock someone, you are making a circuit yourself. Because when you shock someone and then put your finger near someone, you're making a circuit, and that's how you get shocked by static electricity. So that's how you get shocked. You.
How does the electricity hit? How does the electricity go through keys?
Well, it depends what the key is made of. Then you just connect two wires to it, and then a wire to the battery, and then if the key's made of copper, then it conducts electricity. If it's like made of some other metal, like bronze or brass, it probably won't. You. What? You have any questions? Yeah, questions.
Yeah, I guess we'll skip them. Still think about it if you raise your hand. Sorry.
You.
So what will happen if you get shocked by lightning?
Well, it can either be just hurting it for a little bit, today, and also to probably memory loss, maybe. You.
How can lightning be made?
It can't be made. Electricity cannot be created or destroyed. But lightning is when the negative particles in the cloud in the ground, like when the particles are all negative and when the ground is positive, then that's where lightning happens. But it also vice versa. Like this could be positive and this could be negative. Like, okay, so electricity. So that electricity is made by a magnet, which is electricity can be used from magnets and stuff like that. So, any other questions?
Can you dodge?
You could you could be safe from it if you're like wearing a rubber hat suit because that insulates electricity. So if you got shocked, you probably would be fine, but that might be a slim chance.
Can people be faster than lightning? No.
Lightning is like it's as fast as the speed of light.
What? Yes.
It's very fast. It's not like it goes. It's really
like
fast. Yes.
Can't
Except yes,
you
yeah.
can't even see it.
Well, yes, except a lot faster than that. Like
Yeah,
by
a
a
lot
time.
faster than anybody.
Yeah.
As fast as 1 second. Fast like this.
Faster than like a
Faster
million.
like this.
What? Faster than a million per second. So you.
My brother almost got caught by lightning.
Okay, did he survive?
Yeah, because I always see his brother.
Or
did a
yeah,
little.
yeah.
Can a spark electricity?
A spark of electricity can shock you, but it's like, sparks from fire and sparks from electricity are different, like, because, and also, lightning is this is shocking, but it is hotter than the sun, like a lot hotter. Like not sun as in like when it shines on you on a hot day. Sunlight, hot sunlight if you were to touch it. Literally. All right. So any other questions? No one? Nope. That's it.
Bob, the science guy, did you raise your hand? No, I didn't. Bob, did you raise your hand?
Oh, also, have you ever had one of those plasma lamps that are like a stand with a glass ball and then there's something sticking out inside it, and then when you touch it, electricity